Hey everybody, I have Chuckie Connors here with me today, and I am pumped up and fired up to talk about some exciting news that's happening on Broad Axe and MPR and what's happening in the wrestling community. Chuckie, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
So let's jump right into it. There's been a lot of rumors out there, a lot of different information out there about Sam Waters. First of all, Sam Waters is probably one of Pennsylvania's greatest youth coaches ever out there. Worked hard, built a great reputation with Broad Axe. He's done so much for the wrestling community. And he decided to go work for his wife's father full time, which he then said, okay, hey, listen, I don't want to keep doing this full time, the Broad Axe, which you know is a grind. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment. So, Sam, first of all, thank you so much for everything you've done. You're a class act. We hope you stay involved in the wrestling community because you're too important not to have it in the community for sure. I think you'd agree to that, Chuckie. So
yes,
probably
absolutely.
another wrestling coach out there.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, Chuckie's going to open a second location of MPR. Everyone in youth wrestling already knows who you are, Chuckie, but I'll let you talk a little bit about yourself also. And that will be in the old Broad Axe facility right there with Total Soccer. And we're opening up camps right away. I mean, I know you wrestled at North Carolina. I know you were a state champ in Pennsylvania. I had the luxury of watching Chuckie beat the crap out of a lot of kids when we were younger on the wrestling mat. So, Chuckie, why do you love wrestling so much, brother?
I've loved wrestling ever since I first started. I started wrestling late. I was almost 11 years old, and I just connected with it. I loved it. Like I looked forward to practice. I'm one of those few kids that never missed a practice. It was like the highlight of my day. I just loved it. And now as a coach, I want to instill that in the kids I coach.
I mean, I've watched you coach. You never really talk about winning and losing. You talk about the life lessons and about working hard. Can you explain that to me? I mean, I really admire that about you.
Yeah, I mean, if you do everything the right way, wins will come. But, you know, I want them to put in the time, the effort to develop the work habits that are going to carry through to life, you know, to a future when they get out of wrestling because, you know, very few people can make money off of it in the future.
Let's talk about what you've done. You've been at MPR for 7 years.
Yep.
You've had multiple state champs underneath that you coached. You're probably one of the top 2-3 most respected coaches in all youth wrestling in the state of Pennsylvania, which, you know, that's a lot of accolades for you. What do you have in store for MPR now as you're doing your second location?
This summer, we're trying to break it out big. We're planning on doing camps every week, basically, starting next week and through August. I mean, we got a lot of stuff in mind for this. We want to blow it up.
So, is your goal? Because I know this is when we talked about you doing this. You said you want to be the best club in the state of Pennsylvania. Is that a goal you're committed to? But not just by wins and losses. You want to have the best kids by reputation, their behavior, on the mat, grades. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We want kids that are tough, hard-nosed wrestlers, but we want them to be good kids as well. We want them to get good grades. We want them to be respectful, you know, win the right way, lose the right way. I think that's more important than just being good.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that the sport has changed where a lot, like when we were younger, you'd be kicked off a team if you didn't behave right. Parents would confront you. Do you think the sport's changed, or do you think it's getting more?
I do. I think kids now can get away with a little bit more if they're really good. I don't think they're held to the same standard. You know, if one kid's great, he can get away with more things than a kid that's not as good, and I don't think that should be.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you think that. So you're going to have all these camps. Is there anything you want the parents to know? I know we're going to publish this out. I know you want to say some nice words about Sam Waters, so I'll give you a fair shake real fast.
Absolutely. Sam's done a great job. I'm sure a lot of people remember we've worked together a lot. We did camps together all last year. I'm just happy that he's moving on and he's happy with his life. You know, he's planning on getting a good job and taking care of his family.
And I know you have plans to bring some other local coaches in. I know you talked about bringing other wrestling coaches in this year to both you. You think it's very important kids have multiple coaches in their lives? Yeah,
I think it's good that they get to see, especially I'm hoping to bring in some college guys. I'm in talks right now with trying to get maybe Zane Rutherford into a camp. I think just getting the experience of seeing these guys that are, you know, they watch on TV, but to actually see them in person is kind of cool. Coach at Princeton, Sean Gray, is a good buddy of mine. I'm sure he'll come around and help out a little bit because he did last year. I think anytime they get access to these people that they only see on TV, it's nothing but beneficial.
Well, wrestling community, you heard it here from Chuckie Connors, one of the greatest Pennsylvania state champs that we've ever had. Great coach, great leader in the community. Fired up to have you, Chuckie. Cannot wait to see what you do with MPR overall as a brand. Keep building it. And I know my brother Fred and everyone else in the community wish you nothing but the best of luck, and so do I, Chuckie. Thanks for coming in to shoot this video real fast to give everybody a quick update.
Thanks for having me.